5 food trucks here. 2023 it started, and today they are evicting. They have given a notice till 28th of August to remove. Bylaw City, Brampton bylaw gave them a notice, remove all the food trucks. What is the reason?
Nobody was coming downtown Brampton. I came up with the idea to create downtown Brampton Food District. I gave them the idea. I had a dress business for 40 years, running by me and my family. Our livelihood was supported by that dress people, but it was targeted to my downtown Brampton Food District.
The garbage thing, are these the issues here? Noise?
Those are all noise and garbage. Those are all makeup issue to close me down.
He was being allowed to have a food trucks. Now he got eviction notice.
This was a pilot project.
Pilot project?
Approved by BIA. The bylaw does not allow people to have food trucks. I believe it's, don't quote me, but I believe it's 50 meters from any restaurant.
Okay.
Food truck license, which I thought was not a good thing, in my opinion anyway.
The garbage issue was there, or the pest issue was there, or the oil spilling issue was there, or the food handling issue was there. A lot of noise, a lot of volume, a lot of music there. So these all complaints when it came to the BIA.
So we are here in Brampton, downtown Brampton, food district, downtown Brampton. Mohammed, who is the owner of this place, and there are 5 food trucks here. 2023 it started, and today they are evicting. They have given a notice till 28th of August to remove. Bylaw City, Brampton bylaw gave them a notice, remove all the food trucks. What is the reason? Mohammed, what happened?
What happened is a long story. In 2023, I was endorsed by the city and the BIA. Endorsed by the BIA, Downtown Brampton Business Development Corporation, and supported by the city. Right? We had no customer downtown Brampton. Nobody was coming downtown Brampton. I came up with the idea to create downtown Brampton Food District. I went to them. I went to the BIA, and I went to the city of Brampton. Numerous presentation I did for an indoor-outdoor concept. I had a dress business.
So indoor-outdoor concept.
Indoor,
you have
outdoor.
the indoor also,
I have the
and this is the
indoor
outdoor.
and I have the outdoor concept. I gave them the idea. I had a dress business for 40 years, running by me and my family. Our livelihood was supported by that dress people, right? And after we opened the food district, it was so excited. Everybody was coming here, enjoying it. The food trucks vendors, right? They were having a good business. We brought a lot of people downtown, which we never had before. During the pandemic, 2023 was just after the pandemic, and we brought a lot of people. Then the surrounding business started to raise concern, and the other neighborhood about the crowd that's coming. But that was what we set out to do. That was what the BIA and the city support me to do, to bring people downtown Brampton. So I was doing exactly what I was set out to do. But they have removed their endorsement in 2024, about a year after the BIA removed their endorsement, and I took them to court. Okay, I won the first round of the battle in court from unanimously by 3 judges. Support me unanimously that you cannot remove an endorsement which you have supported without consultation. They have consulted me when I start the project, 0 consultation to remove their endorsement. Okay, so the judge unanimously supported me, and we continue. The city of Brampton went through the back door and changed the bylaw. They made changes to the bylaw, and they portrayed to be the city of Brampton change of bylaw, but it was targeted to my downtown Brampton Food District.
So what is the reason they asked, or court, because it's a court order?
You're right.
So the nuisance, the garbage thing, are these the issues here? Noise?
Those are all noise and garbage. Those are all makeup issue to close me down.
But what court said?
Court disagree with all because there is no evidence.
Okay.
And I have been operating now. This is my 3rd year operating the food district. I have not got one bylaw infraction about a noise. I have not got one infraction about garbage. I have 0 infraction. All this place is doing is to bring our community together. They come out here as family. They are very respectable people. and they just come out here and have a good time. And that's what we set out to do from the beginning. Downtown Brampton, I am here 28 years, downtown Brampton here. We always have problem bringing people downtown Brampton here. And the objective for my idea was to bring people downtown. And we have accomplished that. Why they are closing me down is unbelievable. I have no idea.
Did you talk to the councillors? Or?
I made a lot of attempt to talk to the councillor. I made attempt to talk to the mayor. Nobody wants to talk to me. I have never have a sit down conversation with any parliament, any member of council or employee of the mayor or the mayor, even though I have made many requests.
Now the notice bylaw served is by 28th of August, remove all these 5 food trucks from here.
Right.
So whether they will move to other place, they will get a license, or they are just stopping
Well,
operation?
it's not easy. It's not easy to go to another place, and that will defeat my business. I have established a Downtown Brampton Food District as an indoor and outdoor concept. So now I'm with one leg. I'm left now with one leg. It's like like they cut one leg off. So the parking lot will be empty on August 28th, and
now you don't have your option because that's a court order now.
Yes, a court order. But I also had a court order to continue my business, which they did not follow.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So it's one court order against another court order. So
Okay.
there's nothing much I can do. All these business will go out of business. Parking lot will be empty, and downtown Brampton will have another parking lot that's empty with no development.
Are you disheartened now with this?
Of course, I'm disheartened with this. I'm in this country 47 years as a businessman, right? Never feel so bully in my 47 year in the city of Brampton, in Canada.
Okay, just एक second. ठीक है? Okay. So Mohammed, how much financial loss you will be suffering with this decision?
Well, I have invested approximately $1 million in this project.
Okay.
Right, you have seen what I have done inside, and I have plans. And the city also have granted me money to fix this place up. They have supported me.
How much city gave you?
City gave me $40,000. I have a project to clear to pave the floor with bricks. And if I spend $80,000, which was approved, they will return 50% of that funding.
So if we understand properly, the reasons they took this decision is one is noise, the other is garbage issue. 2 issues or any more issues there?
I don't know if those are even issues. It's
no,
more.
but city is projecting, like, what are those issues?
The main issue they're projecting is brick and mortar restaurant in the area are complaining.
Okay, the other restaurants are complaining.
But yeah, the other restaurant, I think that is their main issue.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't look beyond that. I have supported those restaurants in the neighborhood. For example, Tatka restaurant just next to me is now opening 24 hours because I'm bringing the people here. Now, if they close this down and I'm not able to bring the people here, that will affect the brick and mortar. So they're going against their own wish or their own ideas or concept. Bothers me.
Okay. We talked to Mr. Mohammed. We heard his version. Now we will hear the version of downtown Brampton businesses. We have Mr. Dave with us. We'll talk to other businesses also. How this area, especially where the food trucks was, this area was a pilot project, and how this area was affected by the noise, by the what are the other reasons that city gave them a notice to evict by 28th of August. Mr. Dave, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Nathan.
What is the reason? What happened? What is the scenario? Because you are a local businessman here in city of Brampton, and you own quite number of businesses here. What was the reason that he was being allowed to have a food trucks? Now he got eviction notice.
I think initially they came with a very good idea. They want to attract more people here. The issue became not the people that they were coming. I think the issue became the mess being created as a result. That was number one. But the most important part is this was a pilot project.
Pilot project?
Approved by BIA. Pilot project normally means we'll try it out. If it works out fine, we will keep it going. We'll make it permanent. Then they have to go to city to change the bylaw.
Okay.
The bylaw does not allow people to have food trucks. I believe don't quote me, but I believe it's 50 meters from any restaurant.
Okay.
So if you are bringing food trucks next to other restaurants who are paying taxes, who are paying brick and mortar rent, and a food truck comes there, it's good for the food truck guys, it's good for the landlord for the food truck property who's renting it out because he collects rent from them. but it's negative for the rest of them. And the second issue you also have is when you have food trucks, it creates a lot of pollution. You know, trucks are on, gas is running. People are they're not keeping an eye on the mess people make. Especially up in they end up throwing things around, so it's creating mess.
Somebody shared us some pictures that there were quite a mess and local businesses was trying to clean up the places.
Well, yeah, but like I had to hire my own person to clean that whole area and consistently, because we own a few buildings over there. So we had to hire a person. We still have a person where basically he goes and cleans up, and I'm paying the bill for it. It's okay. I like what he was doing in the sense that I think his heart was in the right place. I think just the idea of the food truck probably did not work.
He said BIA, initial stages, BIA supported them, now they backed off.
Well, because there was a pilot project. The purpose of a pilot project is we'll try it out, see the issues we have with it. Are we going to keep it or are we going to back out?
And pilot project was for how many years?
1 year.
1 year.
1 year. Yeah,
so started in 2023, then?
Yeah, I don't remember the exact dates, but basically it was for 1 year. They tried out, and at the end of it, local businesses were complaining because a lot of the issues were being created for businesses, and the mess and parking issues, like people were parking the cars in private parking spots. So it just became a nuisance for everybody. And so that was number one. Number two, which is very important, the city is working on some big plans for downtown. Right now, if you come to downtown, you will see they're widening the sidewalks.
That's right.
There's a innovation center building coming in the back, which will be facing the food truck. So just imagine a very high-end building comes up where you have Rogers Communication, these kind of tenants, and now you have food trucks right in front of their face. It doesn't jive. City's plan was to actually, where the food trucks are, they wanted to go one step ahead. They wanted to make that whole area look very beautiful, and that's the part of the plan. So food truck can't remain there if they want to fix the laneways. What they want to do is they want to create a piazza. So if you look at Diplock Lane, it's right in the downtown. And the back part of all those restaurants, buildings, what city wants to do is that they would love to have restaurants opening in the back, nice granite floors, nice planters, music, lights. And so people can come from right now, especially our young youth, they end up going to Mississauga. They go to Toronto. And the reason they go there is there's no place in Brampton to entertain yourself, to enjoy yourself.
Mr. Mohammed said that the city asked him in 2023 that crowd is not coming to Brampton, bring us the crowd, and that I was the one who tried this initiative, inside-outside concept of a restaurant or a food trucks, and city supported and gave him a $40,000 with this, and he said he made an investment of $1 million for this, and all of a sudden, Mr. Dev, if it is a pilot project, then it's quite clear pilot project is just a trial project. But as per Mr. Mohammed, who is saying these things that now I'm into lost millions of dollars.
Well, I think there could be some misunderstanding, and the reason I'm saying there's no way $1 million invested to set up a food truck. You put a food truck, there's no money required.
He's getting rent from that.
You may put some benches there. Yes, it's possible. What he's doing is he's trying to make one of his buildings. He wants to make nice, fancy restaurants in there. And so indoor, outdoor concept. So which we are all in full support. City's in full support. I know I'm in support. I spoke to him some time ago. He's a very nice gentleman. And so I know he's doing that indoor part. Yes, that $1 million could have gone in there. But not for the food trucks.
Not for the food truck. Because from food truck, he get a rental income.
Well, yeah, of course. He gets his rental income, and he makes his money from there.
So now these food trucks got a eviction notice. They have to evict by 28th of August. And Mr. Mohammed said now there is a court order and he can't do anything, but he's disheartened.
Well, this is a bylaw the entire GTA has. Basically, bylaw is per city, but basically most of the bylaws don't allow food trucks to be within like 50 meters or so of any restaurant. So this is a standard bylaw. You just can't open anything anywhere.
Why city gave him $40,000 in support to start this?
If I remember right, I don't know if they gave him for this. I could be wrong. I think it's for the grant. The city has a facade grant program. So when you improve your building, city will jump in and help you with it. So if the cost is $80,000 to fix the facade of the building on the outside or inside, So, for example, if you're fixing the restaurants like what he's doing, city would give money for that up to a certain point. So that, I have a feeling it's for that,
Okay.
but I could be wrong.
So what is the complaint of around businesses, especially the restaurant here in this area?
Well, one is the businesses because you have a lot of restaurants over here. One is the food trucks have created a bit of a mess.
Okay.
There's a lot of paper, paper towels and cups and cups. It just becomes dirty.
Okay.
And on a big scheme of things, that's very important. So if you want to bring your wife out for dinner, a nice dinner, you won't go to a restaurant if you see mess everywhere. Right? So that's one negative for the businesses.
Okay.
It's fine for him. A food truck guy doesn't care.
Okay.
He's more interested in just selling his sandwich and off he goes. And people who are going to buy his sandwich and walk away or sit there and enjoy is fine. But the restaurants are paying the rent. So they are getting affected. And then the second issue was it was affecting parking issues, major parking issues. So all private parking, like I mentioned earlier, we have a few buildings over there, and the parking would get used up by all the patrons or people who are coming to use the food trucks or the food truck people themselves. So it was creating a huge issue, private parking. So now we have to call tow truck people to tow their cars away, and it just became a very nuisance.
Okay.
Quite frankly, it's a bylaw which doesn't allow it, and it shouldn't be there.
So reason BIA is not supporting him now because it was a pilot project.
Yes.
And BIA initially, okay, it's a trial project.
Yes.
And the trial, if we have issues,
Yes.
like the city said, there is an issue of noise, garbage, and the complaints from the around businesses and restaurants. So this pilot project is not successful. So they have to evict.
Exactly. That's basically what it's
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, what options does he have? Because Mr. Mohammed is making an indoor restaurants and the outdoors area. Is there any possibility if some open patios can come out there without food?
Actually, it's funny you say that. I had a meeting with him. I'd actually dropped by. I saw him on the street and I was talking to him. He's a very nice gentleman.
Yeah.
And his vision was very similar to what I'm thinking and what city's thinking. And food trucks don't fit in that vision.
Yes.
But outside that, whatever he's saying makes total sense. And so I supported basically what we want to do is city is looking at right now, changing that entire area into very fancy granite stones, make it like a piazza where people can come enjoy their evening. All the stores which are facing that back part will have frontage, like opening restaurants. So people can go to those places, order their food, sit on the piazza, enjoy yourself. So his property can be used for that, which that dream of his doesn't go away. It just goes to a high end. That's all.
Okay.
It becomes very classy.
Okay. Dave, thank you very much. And so there will be no food trucks from 28th August onwards here in Downtown.
I don't know the detail because I'm not part of BIA.
Yeah, because they got the notice eviction. Yes.
So I'm not part of the BIA, so I don't know. Well, I go there, I'm a member.
Yes. We'll try to talk to the BIA members also and some more businesses here.
Absolutely. But the one thing I would like to add, and our Bramptonians should be very proud of our city.
Yes.
City is putting some city, province, and federal government is putting some serious money in downtown right now.
Yes.
We are having a bunch of buildings are coming up. There's a innovation center coming up, which is tenants like Rogers is coming here. All day go.
Yeah.
We are putting a new bus terminal. We have a med school coming up. There's downtown revitalization. So if you come to downtown, you will see, streets are being widened. So all these things are happening. So it's very exciting time for Bramptonians to have a nice, beautiful Brampton.
Okay.
So, come and check out. Probably in about a year's time, I think things will look very different over here.
Okay. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is John Catazola. I'm an artist and a developer, a few other things that I do, a sculptor. As a downtown Brampton, I think everybody knows my history here and the work that I have done from the City Hall, build and design the City Hall, to Palma, to the theater, to Garden Square, and a lot of other little things that made this downtown. I was part of the BIA when it was first created many years ago. I told you I'm an old guy. I joined again the BIA a couple of years ago and run into this issue of what is very hard for me at my heart is the vibrancy and the good running of an attractive city downtown, which we call a downtown, a place for culture and good business, especially in the food businesses and the restaurants. Coming to a couple of years ago, I think it was 3 years ago, I wasn't, just before I joined the BIA, there was an agreement that I found in the file, an agreement between the city and these mobile food trucks. The city sent the issue to the BIA, as I understand, for BIA approval. That's to me is a courtesy that is extended to the BIA board from the city to develop any project, really. Since the BIA is here and functioning, they is recognized that their opinion is very important. After all, these are the taxpayers of the downtown. And why I say downtown? Because we're taxpayers all over the city, but downtown paid an extra tax, a pretty big one, 15 to 16% of additional tax to have the BIA. So that is not a freebie or anything. The people pay to have that courtesy extended to them when the things happen within the downtown. So there was, to my knowledge, when I joined the BIA, there was an agreement that there was a food truck license, which I thought was not a good thing, in my opinion anyway, but I found it, and the agreement that I found that read was that at the issue was a temporary. It was to be reviewed on the 24th of December, I think, something like that, in 2023. I think it was 23 or 22, I think it was 23. The BIA did exactly give a temporary, what do they call it, just to see how it goes. And if it goes good, they would extend. If not, they will terminate it on the 24th of December. By that time, by the 24th of December, everybody felt that there wasn't a good thing, not from an aesthetical point of view. A lot of the people were not happy. Restaurateurs were certainly not happy. The evolution of the site didn't take place the way they were, was supposed to be, with some luxury features in that would make it compensate for the, for the negative parts of it. But that didn't happen, and residents in the condominium had a problem with, and in general, people downtown were not happy. So the BIA said, we can't not extend it. So we terminate our support for it. So I think it was totally in a legal position to do so. Their agreement was clear that that was a temporary agreement. It would to be decided then if it would be extended or not. I don't know why end up in a court. It should not have. The city has the authority over these things. Licensing is the obligation of the city, not the BIA. The BIA is just a party to it as courtesy, as any other department opinion that necessarily has any final weight on it. But in this particular case, the agreement was clear. The 24th or 23rd of 2023. So I don't know why end up in the court. I don't know why it's still there. It is a pretty clear document. They spend the money. The BIA end up defending, which it shouldn't have defended. The BIA should have been the third place to any illegal action that the owner would take. I don't know why the BIA took that responsibility at all. Shouldn't have, but it went the way it went, and today it's up to the city. The city licensed this thing. It's not if and what. It's not. I don't know why we're still talking. I like the owner. Muhammad is a great guy. I consider him a friend. The daughter, wonderful people, wonderful. I like to say they're good people, good friends, good neighbors. On this issue, I don't know what is happening. It is not a good thing for the general function of downtown. There are people who pay tax with that 16% on top. They pay tax here for a reason. He initially supported. He's right. He initially supported with a condition. Clear. I don't know which judge doesn't see this, but I, as a friend, the condition, it says it was supported with the condition that if it doesn't work positively for downtown, on the 23rd or 24th of December expires, period. I have very little to say. It doesn't make sense to me. I've been in downtown, I've been in this city for 55 years. I don't even know where we're talking here. I'm sorry, Muhammad, if you have a lost or thing, you don't have a right. For me, as a friend, I tell you, don't spend the money because God, you're going to court. Eventually, a judge will see what it is. I don't know which judge can get around an agreement that says exactly the date that your support will expire and would be reviewed, and it's up to the BIA to decide if extended or not. If you spend money before, what's your risk? If you did something committed, it was at your risk because you knew you had certain date to meet and certain obligation to meet, and even with that, even if you did all those things, which you didn't, but if you did, still, you're not having the right to override the city licensing responsibilities. That's good thing. The food trucks should be on occasion when an event comes to serve the people. It should not be a right to sit in a place where the people who pay tax on a restaurant sit vacant. As far as I know, I receive it a lot, and the restaurateur delegated to the BIA. Every restaurateur showed up at the BIA say, this is not good for us. Only they do. The people come and use our washrooms, use our there, but they don't. They go buy the sandwich at the food truck, and they come and we serve them with the washrooms and the facilities they need. It's not fair by any means. This is my opinion. I would love to see Muhammad succeed. He's done a great job. He's good. He's a downtown businessman, and I consider him a friend and a good man. But on this issue, there's a problem. Here it's clear. I don't know why it's still hanging around, because only it makes us one against another. A lot of people don't want to talk bad about Muhammad. I know everybody talks, they respect him, but it has to be both ways. He has to respect the will of his neighbors too.
Good morning, my name is Piyush Gupta. I'm a business owner in downtown Brampton. Currently, I'm the secretary of the BIA. So in the beginning of 2023, when Mr. Muhammad, a very old and renowned business owner in downtown Brampton, made this plan of having a food truck in his parking lot, it did come to BIA because BIA issues the temporary notice to any food truck happening for 4 or 5 hours for any event in downtown. Especially if, the reason which we had this thing is if there is not the same business in downtown, there's not the same food services. So we do welcome outside food vendors to serve the community, to serve the visitors of downtown. So when this thing was brought to the notice, everybody was opposing it. When I understood Mr. Muhammad's concept that because the vibrancy of the food culture of downtown, of Brampton, of Canada, they want to bring in downtown, I really supported the idea because we were just past COVID and everything was still not in a full scale business mode. So we supported that we will have a variety of food options in downtown Brampton, which we were lacking after COVID. So everything was going fine, and the BIA finally they supported that it as a pilot project. That if this pilot project goes very well, then we will talk to city or we will support this thing for the future also. No doubt that the food trucks are put in the parking lot of Mr. Muhammad's property, which are basically a parking lot and not a full-fledged shelter. Then later on, when we found that slowly the other cultural food trucks started being vacated and were converted or were occupied or were renewed by Indian or Punjabi food culture, that really affected the other people in the vicinity because it was late night parties happening, late night loud music was happening. So residents of downtown start complaining. And the other brick and mortar food businesses of downtown, which came into existence a bit later, they start complaining because their average rent is $8,000 and their average salary is $68,000. So $15,000-$20,000 worth of average expenses. So they have to sell the food. They price the food accordingly. Whereas in the food truck, the prices was $5, $6, $7. So it was affecting our food truck. The food truck business was affecting our brick and mortar business people. And as Mr. Muhammad is our BIA member, similarly our other food merchants or other businesses also are our member. So we had to listen to the other side of the story also. Then when we found that the garbage issue was there, or the pest issue was there, or the oil spilling issue was there, or the food handling issue was there, and it was a lot of noise, lot of volume, lot of music there. So these all complaints when it came to the BIA, then BIA informed Mr. Muhammad that the pilot project was there and this pilot was not successful from safety, from security, from ethnicity factors. That's the reason we withdrew our support from that. And then after that, a lot of things happened. Then the city came in between, and city took the powers of the BIA to issue food truck, temporary food truck, because it is not BIA's property. Overall, it is the city's vicinity, city's downtown. So now city came into between and made us change the bylaws that the food truck business has to be approved by city only and not by the BIA.
So a pilot was for how many years?
Pilot was for only 2023, only up to December 2023. And in March 2024, the BIA board members, we did some investigation. We covered the whole area. We found that the cleanliness was an issue, safety was an issue, and we talked to the business owners, the residents, when everybody had complained. So we did inform Mr. Muhammad that the pilot project is already over in December 2023. And now with all these issues, we would not like to continue with the pilot project and it should be winded up. And I think that's what he did. He learned the success model of the vibrancy of the food truck business. That's why I think he closed down his dress people business, and he has made very good, very well designed, very well maintained, which is still to be started yet, 5 different food court businesses over there, which I hope will be very successful for downtown Brampton. It will bring vibrancy and bring cleanliness and bring the safety of downtown, and no loud noise and no late nights will be happening then. I'm not aware about the 40,000 given to city on what reasons, but because
Given by city.
Given by the city, I'm not sure what the reasons are. He may be knowing more than. There were different grants for different reasons. It is his own property, but I can definitely show that after COVID, as the businesses were down, everything was closed, people were moving out. So this food truck business did bring lots of traffic to downtown Brampton. It brought a lot of business to downtown Brampton, not only to his property, to his tenants, but to other tenants also. We all enjoyed the inflow of the traffic and inflow of the business, but the repercussion was the noise pollution, the hygiene pollution, and all these issues that really start affecting our residents of downtown. People who have apartments above the stores, they are the one who were complaining. The people who have living apartments in the adjoining buildings, when they start complaining, and then we had issues from other downtown merchants. That's when this ball started rolling. Legal dispute has been going on since long, because when our pilot project was over, we explained to him that the pilot project is over. He's the one who sued the BIA for not continuing the pilot project, and we explained pilot means pilot. It does not mean it has to be lifelong. And whatever experiences he learned, he should have immediately, converted his store into his retail store into a food truck business. It took 2-3 years. I know you need permissions and all these things, but everything was temporary. It could have been closed a long time ago without getting into so much litigation, without spending so much $1 billion here and there, whether from city lawyers, from BIA lawyers, or from Mr. Mohammed. But had the pilot project been finished when the term was over, it would have been much more safer journey.